Are we ready? Are we live?
Yep.
Captain's log, stardate 5429955. It's over. We've managed to overcome the threat of the Archon, and Kismet has returned. We're ferrying the most severely injured from what is now known the Battle of Arc 157, including my XO. During the 15-day journey that we've undertaken at Maximum Warp, the Doctor has put her medical department on complete round-the-clock care to not only preserve Pen's life, but as many lives as possible after the rescue operations following the Battle of Arc 157. We're bringing them back to Earth so that they can undergo some of the most advanced medical care that Starfleet Medical has to offer. In fact, now that we've arrived, my XO is currently located in Starfleet Medical Quarters, comatose and under care. We're currently docked at Earth Space Dock, and we're undergoing full repairs, and fortunately, the crew has been granted shore leave. For, at the very least, humans among us, it'll allow us an opportunity to visit home. And for the others, well, at the very least, they'll get some much-needed rest and relaxation. End log.
Ooh.
For a brief moment, Pend, your sick bay, you kind of come to a bit. You can see the sick bay as there's people running around. There's officers shouting at each other. The room is filled with officers. You can see blaring amber lights around you. Commander, can you hear me, Commander?
Can I hear her?
It's like she's shouting down a hallway. It's hard, but you can kind of hear her.
I can certainly try to respond.
As you try to talk, you feel like all you're doing is exhaling. You can't seem to control your voice at all. You're just making noise.
Clearly not the best situation to be in. Do I remember how I got there?
You remember being half awake, you felt like a jolt on your temple, and you kind of saw the planet? No, it was a starship. Then you were here. It's a lot of flashes. Even now you're kind of having a hard time focusing on anything in particular. Everything seems kind of blurry.
I'm gonna try and reach out to see if anyone's there.
You reach out, and the person walking over you kind of leans in a bit closer, and you see it's Dr. Vermeth, one of the surgeons in the Kismet Medical Bay. Commander, you can't move. You have to stay down, okay?
What happened?
You are very badly hurt. You need to stay still. The pressure field's at low power right now, so that's why you're awake. You need to continue laying still, all right?
Did we finish the mission?
The mission was a success, yes. And you notice as you're reaching out to this person, you can't feel them. You have the sensation that you're trying to reach, but you're not. She's well within reach. You should be able to grab her, and nothing's happening.
Why can't I feel?
Ensign Zolan, use your help here. Counselor kind of looks over, looks at her, looks at you. She nods at the doctor. Commander, you've been very badly hurt, and before we tell you more, you need to understand that we're doing everything we can to help you, all right? Now, I would advise that we don't go into detail right now, given your condition. We can go into it later when you're more rested. But if you want to know, we can tell you.
Just tell me.
You have severe energy burns across your body. The leg that we installed has failed and will have to be replaced. In addition, we believe there's severe nerve damage to your system, which may... She looks at the doctor, looks back to you, which may put your other limbs at risk as well. We're taking you to Starfleet Medical on Earth, and we're going to see about getting you back on your feet. But for now, we have to keep you still.
Is there anyone else in worse condition?
I'm afraid so, sir.
Then knock me out and deal with them.
Aye, sir. Nods at the doctor. Give me a fitness medicine roll, difficulty of 2. Ensign Zolan is assisting you with this, with presence medicine.
What, Penn do this?
He's rolling for his own mental fortitude, kind of being told you might be not serving in Starfleet anymore. It's like, I'm trying not to lose it, and I'm keeping calm, move on, don't worry about me. But that's a hard thing for most people to say.
Composure?
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is.
Yeah, question mark?
Am I composed? Really?
No?
Thankfully, Zolan has a focus in psychiatry, so it's almost like that would apply for some reason.
Well, she doesn't get to roll because I rolled 2 zeros.
Oh dear.
Oh no. Oh no.
I can re-roll with a value.
That was a 19 and an 11.
To kind of give you a frame here, if you fail at this is going to be a lingering trauma that will act as a complication to your character until it's fixed. If you get it now, it goes away. Right here.
Is there a value I can burn?
Good bloody question. Not the second one. You're supposed to replace the fourth one, as I recall. I think you burned that one.
Yeah, I did during the fleet act. I've just not changed it.
Yeah. First one.
Yeah, sure.
Prove I'm the best.
Let's re-roll and hoping it don't get double zeros.
Get something. Yeah. Oh well. Okay then.
Yeah, that's about right.
God damn it. God damn.
See, now you're trying to kill me.
Hey Zola, maybe you shouldn't have told him any of this and just knocked him out. How's that for an idea? Jeez.
Yep, this is pretty typical.
Oh goodness.
We are off to
I'm
a
just gonna take the
great-
truth thread.
Say we're off to a great fucking start.
But yeah, despite
Amazing.
Zolan's not too comforting, seems a little too pleased with the situation, which is mildly annoying to Penn, but you're Penn. You're able to kind of soldier on and as you go out, it's, I mean, you're concerned, but, you know, thankfully you're weathering the storm.
Oh,
New scene, but don't worry about it.
Well, sheesh.
And we have docked with Space Dock, and that's it. We're in. Says the pilot at the con.
Didn't think I would be back at Earth this soon.
honestly, neither did I.
Mhm.
I hope flight instructor Blackwood won't call for me.
Miss is just kind of looking at the view screen. Her head is tilted slightly to the side.
Carter's
Nothing
just
wrong with
doing
it.
his job.
Well, I did said that to the right person, right? I did. Okay, good. Captain, we're getting a request from medical to prioritize the transporters from now. They're looking to transport as many people as they can down to the surface rather than carting them over to the starbase.
Understood. Mr. Iran, see to it that you get down to the transporter room and oversee that.
Yes, Captain.
Coordinate with the medical department.
So Ran heads off to the transporter room before taking his leave.
Yeah.
Captain,
Yes?
was the offer of leave extended to all crew members?
Of course. Smith's about to undergo extensive repairs, and he crosses his arms. And if I'm not mistaken, getting a minor refits to ship systems that'll likely take. In the meantime, crew is permitted shore leave while the Starfleet Corps of Engineers oversees repairs.
Thank you, sir.
Somewhere specific you want to go, Lieutenant?
Perhaps. I'm unsure. I've never been to.
Really? Ah, it's a lovely place. Lots of places to visit.
Indeed.
Myself, I'm heading to Boston.
Must research my destination.
Well, uh, GM, how many days do we have of leave?
Indefinite.
Plot.
As the 10th Admiralty is trying to figure out what they're going to do. A lot of the auxiliary fleet has been badly. Thankfully, a lot of it was okay, but some of it got damaged, and so it's messed up their disposition. So they kind of have to get all their ducks in a row before they send anyone out again.
But it's as far as we can tell, it's we're still gonna be heading back out.
Yeah. It's just they're not sure when you're going out.
Okay.
It's the kind of thing where, you can stay on shore for as long as possible, and then, at some point, it'll probably just be like, snap fingers, 24 hours to get back to the ship.
Yeah.
And that's reasonable because planet-wide communication and transporters and shuttlecraft and yada yada yada.
Yep.
Bro's gonna step slightly off to the side from his panel, just so you know his hands on it, and he can't press anything accidentally because that'd be terrible. And close his eyes and do the thing for
Oh.
reasons.
What's the thing?
Presence plus command, difficulty of 2.
Uh-oh. Why do I not like this?
That's a mental task. Psionic supplies as a focus.
Yup.
Yo, okay.
Alrighty.
Um,
Yuck.
you know what? Have a threat.
Sure.
That's a phrase I don't like to hear.
Yo.
That's,
Nice.
that's a roll.
Barter's eyes begin to glow. And Mr. Barter, you can hear the ocean.
I mean, just kind of listening, or well, at this point, listening if that's I can hear, if I can see, looking as well. Not particularly sure what for, but it's one of those feelings of I should, so I'll try.
Oh.
Many ships come to the same shore. Their purpose and destination different. Malice lingers. Malice pools. You are all in danger.
Lovely that.
At that, he probably blinks himself back to reality and looks around just to be like, anyone see that kind of thing? If he's getting any weird looks.
No.
Uh,
Not for Myth. I was considering it. She's distracted though.
yeah, that's what I was
It's a rare
thinking.
occurrence.
The benefit of being right at the back of everyone.
Yeah.
I have an embedded tricorder.
I don't know if that'd pick up on that.
No, probably not. Or not passively. at least.
Captain,
Yes?
if I could have a word with you.
Very well.
In your ready room would probably be best.
Ah, understood.
Captain, one of the
Yes?
someone in command in red walks up to you.
Yes?
There's a request from Starfleet Command. They wish to see you regarding a Code 47 matter.
Okay, what's a code for the... I got...
It's captain's emergency communique, captains only.
Ew.
It's so secret that even if they hailed you with it, the message he probably got is probably wiped from your computer automatically because it's that secret.
Oh, wow. All right, I'll be over as soon as possible.
Aye, sir. I'll pass the message along.
All right. And he looks back to Varder. Can we make this quick?
I feel like these might be related. Yeah, it gets quick. It'll just be a word or two.
All right.
I think right as you two are heading into the ready room, you can hear Myth. Computer, display all historical information on Germany.
Aww.
holy
Well,
place.
shit.
Myth comes back from shore leave wearing lederhosen.
Yes!
As
I
long
can
as
see
that's it.
Myth, because you're looking stuff up, I will let you have reason plus. What department though? I'm gonna say science.
Con? Okay, science. Nice. And
Um,
would you say my my research focus would apply here?
Yeah, give me a second.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm gonna bring that up to a difficulty of 4.
And you have an automatic. You do have an automatic success.
I do.
And spend a momentum.
Yeah, I'll spend one.
Uh,
3. There we go. We get it back.
yep. And the ship. I'll roll. Or actually, let's have Pend roll the ship since he's comatose right now.
What is it? What, computers science?
Computer science.
Oh my god.
2 momentum gained.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
This is happening.
That's 3 momentum gained, wouldn't it? It's difficulty 4, and she's got a free success.
I already counted that in for.
Hey, I was just saying it out loud, I guess, for reasons.
Yep. Huh. Interesting. And then I think it's faster. Just the miles of text go.
Some signs I was just kind of linger over you for a second, going, is there anything else you need us for, Lieutenant?
Negative.
Lieutenant says 9.
Universal translator. Ha! No. But yeah, no.
How come they
They-
never
they-
translates Picard's French then?
Well, everyone knows French. It's a civilized language.
Oh, oui, baguette, Eiffel Tower.
I love the implications that has for German.
Well, in English, too.
Come here, Hagrenon.
Hold on.
Oh, we're so stupid.
Yep. Love it. Hate it.
But yes. Grennan and Varder step into the ready room, and actually, inside,
Not much.
there
GM
seems to
tried
be
to
another
kill
officer
me,
in red who seems to be
and
tidying up.
people are just looking over
Can we help you?
research before they go on shore leave.
Hmm?
So you've not missed much.
Sorry, sir. I thought you were heading off. I was just cleaning your ready room. I'll leave.
Wait.
sorry.
Wait. No, out of character. Insight. Insight this person.
Okay.
I was about to say.
I'm like,
The
wait.
same.
I'm going to.
So if 2 people
a-
have the same hunch, is it one doing the roll, one assisting, or what go happen there?
Insight security? Well, I'm the one who said it, so I should probably lead.
Yeah. Except this. Oh, I've got a complication range increase as well.
I'm spending a third die.
And I don't have a focus.
Ugh.
I'll spend a die for. I spend a die. Spend a threat for an extra die just out of the gate because I kind of need it.
And no, constantly watching doesn't apply. I was just double checking what that was.
Say.
It does.
Oh, it does? Okay.
What does that do?
When you attempt a task to detect danger or hidden enemies, reduce the difficulty by 1.
So they basically get one less success in effect because they're dealing with the complication that there's a constantly watching security officer in the room.
That's 3 successes.
1, 2, 3, 4. Would normally
get-
tie, however, Varder is constantly watching.
Oh, yeah, we both have the same inside security as well.
You notice that the officer, both of you kind of glance at it, and Varder, you kind of, there's a half moment where you're, granted, you're not entirely sure, like there's something wrong about this guy. He's acting kind of weird, but then again, everyone's kind of been acting weird. It's been you guys have been hauling at max speed with a bunch of injured aboard. There was a battle not that long ago. It's not that weird. It's a little weird, but not like, oh my god, weird. Then Varder just kind of nudges you a little bit and mentions, I've never seen this person before.
And then I realized, this is my ready version. Would you mind staying and answering a few questions?
And he is going to attempt to bolt past the both of you.
Yeah, that's a step
Nice.
back into the door moment right there.
Give me, call this opposed daring plus security. He's not trying to hurt you. He's just trying to muscle by and rush by you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, this would be a grapple check. Which is a different thing.
Is it? Uh-huh.
I'm
Yes.
calling it a this. It's, you can choose to grapple him as your success, but
Yeah, because there's. I just want to quickly find it. Damn, this is one of those things of, as much as I love ragging on the operations book, this is one of the few good things that the book provides.
I do not have a complication increase because of this. Haha, it's physical.
yeah, I'm gonna be spending one extra for an extra die because I think someone's going to assist you with this roll. I can't imagine why he'd do.
That's almost like that would happen. I'll just get an extra dice for complication increase there because haha. And athletics is a focus.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Through the use of a joint lock or other martial arts technique, the character attempts to force an opponent into a state of submission using fitness security task against an identical task rolled by the.
Okay, and I can reroll the 0 if and see what happens.
Yeah, I'd reroll that 0.
I mean, you're assisting, so get in here,
Oh.
Captain.
Oh, am I?
I would assume so.
Um,
Yo.
God dang it. I give you an extra die. It's not even worth re-rolling any of them. Even though you can re-roll one of those, you freaking NPC. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Gain 2 momentum. Actually, I think you have a float now.
God damn it.
I don't know. Free
Uh,
question, did he have anything on him? I don't know if that's how that worked.
I'd actually give that to you, but I will ask. Actually, before you do any damage and such, the person seems to have specifically doesn't the thing that they do have seems to be something that looks a little bit like this. I'll show it to you in a minute. But question is, do you when he's rushing past you, what do you hope? Are you just going to shove him back so he can't leave the room, or are you actually going to hit him so he to actually do damage to him,
Or
or
if
do
you
you
want
want
to
to
shoulder him into the wall.
Oh no! I've got a better idea.
Yeah.
Trip him.
knock him down?
Just
I mean,
like Captain puts his foot out to help trip it.
oh, so that captain puts his foot out and Varder shoulder checks him back over his foot.
For the purposes of making sure he actually goes down, roll for me,
Unarmed.
unarmed attack, and we're mainly checking for the deltas. We're seeing that if you got any knockdown on that. I'm assuming you're going to get it. Whoops, no, don't do that. Don't send that. That's not going to help any at all.
What?
Yeah, thud.
I think you sent that to me instead of one of them.
Well, maybe you should know. How about
I should
that?
definitely know. I'm always watching.
Gosh darn it.
Always watching.
Wrong person.
Always watching you, Mike Wazowski. Always watching.
There
Great,
you go.
take psychic damage.
Yeah, Evans could just take him out through the shoulder.
Oh, has something just been sent?
Oh, hell.
So yeah, his combat action was trying to rush by you, and then you knocked him over. It goes to you as the person's now prone on the ground, a little dazed from being knocked around.
Mr. Varder, restrain him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that.
And that is specifically a opposed fitness security check.
I believe it is. What page is that on? Just so I can look it up too.
It's 73, I think.
73 and change.
Yeah, 73. It's the last thing on that page. It
Wrong
gives
direction.
it gives 3 new checks.
There we go. I see it now. Yep. Opposed fitness security.
Fitness security,
You know, to be fair, Varda's not too bad, so can't complain with the trade-off there, Ed.
Oh, I didn't even roll that last one. Focus. Whoops. It wouldn't have changed anything, I don't think. Nah.
You want a momentum?
Would I have athletics for this?
I'm going to. I'll give it to you in a wrestling sense.
Okay. And I'll do the die for a complication.
Gosh darn it. Take it.
Yeah. And that activates bolt security, so let's go for it. Yeah, let me re-roll that for sure.
Oh my god.
Wow. That guy's not moving for a week.
And I don't get to reroll that 14 because I didn't spend for an extra die.
Is he just
I
in a
don't-
Nelson?
I was going to say, I don't think it matters.
Well, maybe you'd get less float. But
I didn't even spend momentum for that.
So that's what, 5 floating?
Yep. 5 float as you basically pin him and immobilize him.
And you know, probably use his chin to try and tap his comm badge in a intruder
I was
alert.
gonna say, or the captain will do it. He said, "Security alert! Security team to the bridge." And
Captain his badge.
And as you guys are resolving that,
We spend a couple of those floating momentum to create that advantage, bring security folks up to the bridge.
No,
Because we only have
we had 5 floating and nothing to use them all on.
Well, I specifically figured spend
Yeah.
it to bring us a convenient security team.
Maybe 2 for a yellow alert.
Yeah.
Do.
Yeah, look, you can beam Pend into a wall.
We quickly shift to another scene here, as I spent quite a bit of threat there. While that's going on in the transporter room, Aran, you were able to set up. You're set up ahead of the medical team. You've beamed a few people. You guys, the Kismet brought aboard a lot of people, and it's your transporter room plus the other two are all beaming people as quickly as you can, and you're there to see Pen being wheeled into your room, looking very badly burned and missing, and it looks like it's hard to recognize him. To put it that way.
All right, so I've been beamed a few people. I've set up before the medical came here, and after that, you kind of cut out every other word.
Basically, you see that Pen's being wheeled in, and he looks badly burned, hard to recognize. And you've been there for a bit. You just happened. It just so happens that he was wheeled into your room to be beamed down.
I see. And he's going to Starfleet Medical.
Yes. And you see, and actually, most of the pads taken up with, instead of injured, it's a bunch of other medical staff. Like basically, his surgical team is going with him.
Well, that's good.
Actually, he's probably here more like. All right, we're ready to go, Ensign.
Yes, Doctor. Just a moment. Is there a role?
Yes, there will be a control engineering task. It's going to be difficulty of 1 because you're beaming him to the Starfleet medical pad.
Sensors engineering.
Yes.
And that would bring down the difficulty.
So that would mean we'd get free floating.
Beaming down now.
And as you beam them down, you notice one of the medical staff, their face looks a little different.
Their face looks a little different.
Yeah, they don't look. It's like their face was shifting before your eyes. Kind of looked like this person.
Motherfucker. I contact Starfleet Medical.
Starfleet Medical, go ahead.
I just sent. This is Ensign Jameson Aran on the Kismet. I just sent down a surgical team to your pad. Can you confirm? They have my wounded commander with them.
Oh no.
No, Ensign. We're still waiting for that team, actually.
Fudge. I have a feeling that transmission has been hijacked, funnily enough.
But
I just got that.
Sorry.
No. I should go to third for that pun. No. Sorry, back in character. Oh, any idea by whom, Ensign?
Irene Adler. I saw her for 2 seconds on the pad as her face shifted.
Give me a presence security roll, difficulty 1. Kind of explaining to them who Adler is, because the person on the other side is going to be like, who? And you're like, no, look up this person, yada yada, so they understand who you're talking about. But it's difficulty 1 because they can just look it up on their computer. They just have to know what they're looking for. Starfleet Medical's not used to security issues, so they're a little blindsided, like, huh? What? What do you mean they got hijacked? Who hijacks patients?
Terrorists.
Hey, look, there was Terra Nova, and that was a while ago. Hey,
Oh man.
The question is lead by example. Is it accepted?
Oh man. We got
yes, I'll take that.
Good.
this.
Just enough.
Irene Adler, human, you say? Looks like this. How's that
Purple
gonna
hair.
go?
Attractive.
Can possibly
for a
shapeshift
woman, I
or
suppose.
else something.
All right. We've got her on file. We've alerted Starfleet security. We'll pass along the message up to your command.
I'll pass the message if that's okay.
Very good, Ensign. Passing up the relevant file now to you.
Thank you. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, and I'm
Nope. Thank you for letting us know, Ensign. We wouldn't have known if you hadn't told us.
thank you. I run out. Kismet out.
And it's probably at about this point that the yellow alert goes up. Security alert.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Bridge.
Ah.
All security to bridge.
But not all. I would hope.
Hijack makes the panel inoperable with a short command and runs out the door. He's headed for the bridge, of course.
And we go to yet another new scene.
So we go down.
You shush. Captain Prax.
Oh.
Yes.
So you were visiting Earth for a particular reason?
Well, the Monarch's dry docked right now.
Mm-hmm.
She went to Starfleet Medical because she has a couple injured crew members there.
Actually, I have it in the wrong place then. One moment. Aha.
Awesome.
Yeah, you've seen through some injured crewmen, and Starfleet Medical is, well, it's busy. Not sure how often your character's been to Starfleet Medical in San Fran in particular, but there are people running around all over the place because basically the 10th came down and unloaded all the injured that they had, and even with advance notice, it's still packed with people, plus the injured from just normal Starfleet problems.
Is that Hexgrid supposed to be there?
Yes. It
Uh-oh.
might become relevant.
We're in danger.
Runs up into the clouds.
And Prax, you can give me an insight plus security roll to notice something odd about the situation, possibly.
Deception for a focus.
Ah, darn it, yes. Unfortunately, this person doesn't know they're opposing anybody right now. They think they have the advantage. She's normally right.
Take a threat.
Yay, I have threat again.
Ooh, that's not the best roll there.
No, it's not.
You're kind of looking at one of the windows, taking a, you know, collect yourself, take a break. There's still more people to visit. And out the window, you can see a very officer being carted away from the medical. And it looks to be Commander Penn. It's hard to tell, but you remember the face. It's very striking.
He's got one of those faces.
And he's be carted into some sort of ground vehicle.
Is there markings on the vehicle?
No.
Taps her comm badge. Starfleet security, medical or the administration's office. Are you aware that you have a current patient being escorted into an unidentified vehicle?
No, Captain, we don't. Do you? When did you see?
Just now. I suggest you get security on it right away.
Give me presence plus security. Difficulty 2 is you're trying to get them to deploy their security. Again, they're kind of flat-footed.
Presence command?
I'll give you presence command, yeah.
Composure?
Yeah, you are under the gun. I'll give it.
What's the difficulty?
2.
Take a threat.
I was gonna say, give the game master a threat.
I mean
Bold
it.
command. Of course.
Oops, what? No, don't do that. Oh, goodness. With rapid alacrity, you notice that there is a bunch of security officers rushing out after the ground vehicles starts driving away. You can see them kind of tap their comm badges and talk at something. You can't hear them from up here. You're like a whole floor up. But you can see that they look to each other, and you see the two of them dematerialize as they seem to be beamed somewhere.
Like, penned in the individual or beamed away?
Penned in the individual, his surgical team go into a ground vehicle, and the ground vehicle actually starts driving off just as security guys are running after them. The security guys kind of got to the road and were like, well, we're on foot. They're in a car. So we're going to tap our comm badges and get some help.
There's, I guess, 2 momentum to create an advantage that a security vehicle was en route.
Yeah, and you notice that as those two dematerialize, there's a shuttle that seems to be racing by to chase after the ground vehicle. You can see it's actually out. It looks like a Starfleet shuttle, but it has flashing lights to kind of indicate to someone to stop. More police force rather than exploratory force.
She's gonna head over towards the action.
As you start heading out, an admiral walks into your path.
Admiral.
Captain Prax?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Admiral David Ludwinger. I need to speak with you on a Code 47 matter, and we need to get to the Kismet now.
Are you aware that I believe it was the first officer of the Kismet was just carted away by unknown hostiles?
What?
Right here in our own backyard.
When?
Just now. I have a security team that's already on it. I was going to join them. Could this be related, Admiral?
Damn it. You're going to have to give me a presence command, a difficulty 2, to convince Ludwinger to let you go. He kind of wants to let you, but he kind of wants to talk to you at the same time. He's not opposing, he's trying to convince himself.
Take a threat.
Sure.
Reroll that complication.
You can have those back.
Why, thank you.
He kind of hums and haws, but go, go, go. I'll see you on the Kismet.
Yes, sir. Yeah, she heads over to where the security forces are hopefully stopping that vehicle.
Whoop. Nope, not that music. There we go. Nope, not that. We change scenes to go back to the bridge.
So we're in a new scene.
Yes.
Ye-
Theron racing into the bridge. Security officers racing into the bridge. Alerts blaring. Myth contemplating Germany.
I am solidly contemplating and reading all of the historical records about Germany.
Just
Like-
the security officers rush by, and Myth just sits there and goes, Wiener.
Within seconds, Iran and to the captain's quarters. Quarters. Ready room.
And he turns back and he says, Ensign Lascombe, please restrain this man.
Aye, sir.
Assuming the captain just said him by name, he's recognized. Like we know who this guy is.
Yeah.
I assumed that was part of spending 2 momentum to create an advantage.
Yeah. And I haven't
Just
been
gotta
threat back
check.
yet, so.
Captain, I have
Yes.
pressing news.
Well, everything seems to be pressing nowadays. Why not?
Adler got penned.
What?
I saw her on the pad just as I transported her, and they didn't arrive at Starfleet Medical. At least that's what they said.
And the captain is going to, sort of get down on his haunches and look at the guy who the Starfleet security personnel are, who Lascombe is currently restraining. He says, "All right, you're going to tell us everything you know."
Captain,
Yes.
Midnight Watch.
Oh, you are going to tell us everything you know.
As Varder says, he's probably going to grab the badge he noticed earlier.
Oh,
If it came out of his pocket or however that came to be visible.
Yeah, it kind of fell out of his pocket when he fell over, and you're able to scoop it off the ground and hold it up.
Yeah.
I was just here to deliver a message.
Oh,
I wasn't trying to harm anybody, I swear.
Mr.
Did you forget the name you made up?
No,
Ensign.
it's no. It's I just had a
Oh.
brain fart.
Oh, okay.
Lieutenant Varder, can you give my ready room a sweep just in case?
Aye, Captain.
Meanwhile, the two of us are going to have a nice long talk about this message you have. Please, please, and he motions to a chair in his ready room, and the security officer. Our guest, come.
I was just leaving a data file for you to read. I don't know what the message is. I just have to pass it on.
Okay, insight command check.
Difficulty 2.
Then spend a momentum. Focus.
Yeah, after the fleet actions, it's nice to have more momentum than the GM's threat for once.
Don't get used to it.
I know, right?
Okay, that's I get the momentum back.
Yeah, he seems to be telling the truth.
Well,
It was difficulty 2 because you're so ready to believe he was lying.
all right. Understand. The data chip that you left could have some, let's just say, legally consequential contents, and you leaving it here for me considered a felony. So it's probably in your best interest that you tell us everything you know for your own sake.
But you're one of us.
Ron's gonna look at the captain like, the what now? And then back at the guy.
I
And
just
then
imagine
the captain.
Gunn's face.
Shit.
I mean, that probably earns a look up and over, like, what?
You even find the chip he was trying to hide because he didn't hide it. It was like on the desk. Next to a puzzle box, oddly enough.
So it's a chip?
Yeah. It's like one of those data. Think of it like the size of a pen. It's just like a data storage device.
That so seems like a virus. Well, I mean, that'd be Verder's first thought anyway. Yo, I found this. Let me just check what it is. Oh, well, I've just infected the Kismet systems.
And it looks like the box on the top says from Captain Vex. Oh, go figure.
The captain nods and he says, "Oh, I see. Oh, I'm dreadfully sorry. You have to understand. We've had a number of double crosses lately, and we're currently trying to weed things out."
Yeah, no kidding.
And he motions to the door and he says, "The good man go."
Captain?
Simply doing his job. Isn't that right? And what rank is this command officer?
Oh, he isn't. It's blank. He's a
it's
crewman.
blank. Let this crewman on his way.
If you're trying to recall if the Midnight Watcher wanted by Starfleet at all.
Give me insight.
Doesn't actually say anything in the file you gave me earlier, just as a report on them.
Give me insight security difficulty 2.
Take a momentum.
That's a mental task. Not have a focus on it. I'll throw a momentum in for that.
Don't you have bold security?
Oh yeah, no, I'll give you a threat for that. Good
Sure.
point.
Yeah. Let the GM have some threat.
Have some fun.
It's what makes interesting things happen.
Like, I know they're wanted by the Klingons.
Oh man.
You gain a momentum out of it. There is, shall we say, frosty relations with the organization, but they're just one of many independent former Federation peoples that have disavowed the Federation and Starfleet. They're not huge. They don't control many stars, but there's planets out there that just don't want to have anything to do with the Federation for one reason or another. They're one of them. So they're not friendly. The Federation doesn't go out of the way to help them, but they're not hostile either. It doesn't help that these people are saying bad things about Starfleet and the Federation. They're not in a rush to make friends.
Well, that'd be like the only grounds I can think of for Varder to just straight overrule the captain on that. So if it's a guy that snuck onto the ship and the captain's like, let him go, that's the captain's call, not security's.
Yeah.
You might want to make a note of it anyways.
Oh yeah.
Do you let the guy
That's
by,
like-
Ron?
Aaron stands there for a moment, just eyeing the crewman, and
The guy
then
looks a little spooked.
he steps aside.
A crewman in Command Red.
Yeah,
they're usually
that's
like they're like assistants. They run around, do paperwork,
Okay.
clean the
Okay.
clean the captain's quarters, that sort of thing.
he's
Oh, and-
essentially a civilian.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm. I'm not sure he knows who I am. Never mind. I'm not a violent criminal. Or I am, but not that kind of violence.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh yeah, no, Varder was gonna do that anyway, Myth.
Yeah, just figured I'd suggest it.
Yeah, no.
And
but
Myth, you
you're-
notice a guy racing across the deck into one of the turbolifts.
you know that value my duties to my captain. Yeah, Captain.
And as
Well,
soon
your
as
duty
that-
isn't the Starfleet Command, at least.
And
Uh-huh.
that as soon as that door closes behind him, the captain's in chair says, "All right, I suppose I owe the two of you some answers." And he looks to the two security officers and says, "Two may be dismissed." What do we got?
Probably that code 27, Captain.
Right. And Captain takes the data chip and stows it in his.
Oh
Well-
no, he does not. Varder told him that.
Mr. Varder.
I'll run that for you, Varder, if you need the help.
Oh no.
This seems like something that very well may contain a virus that'll harm our operations, Captain.
Yeah,
I'd like to run it over and check.
I'm very well versed in viruses, and Myth could help me if you need.
No, I'm fine. I'm fairly certain I know what information is contained on this stick.
Captain.
And he looks to Orion and says, "Can't say too much, but it's information that I think might help us get back."
From a member of the Midnight Watch. Something's not adding up here, Captain. If they're not meaning anything by it and taking our commander at the same time, that's an odd play.
Agreed.
It
and
is odd.
that's part of why I think they've left a message for me. Let's just say I've had to go through quite a bit of trouble to receive this.
I'll let this slide if I get to be on the retrieval mission.
Understood, Mr. Iran. After all, you were the one who let him get away.
Under your orders.
One of the security guys steps forward and goes, hey, Ron, let's go for a walk."
Aaron is doing the full Kubrick stare at Grennan, and then he turns and leaves.
Security guy kind of follows after you. He's not like holding you on the arm. It's more of a, yeah, let's go. Hey, okay,
pat-
buddy. You
pat-
know,
Patting
please
him
don't
on
take
the
a swing at the
shoulder.
captain.
I was kind of like,
And the captain just again puts his head in his hand and he says,
gonna eye Grennan for like a solid 30 seconds before slowly holding out the rod.
and not looking up, just his head still in his hand. He just takes it.
And, Captain, what I was gonna tell you, there's
Mm-hmm.
something on all the ships here. There's something that is here to hurt us. Us could mean the Federation, the ship, the fleet. I do not know specifics, but that is
Yeah.
there's something here out to get us.
You think?
before all of this happened, Captain.
Yeah, no, that sounds about par for the course. I love how in the beginning Brennan was this bright-eyed, like enthusiastic captain who's ready to go out and explore, and now he's just so cynical.
My
He's
job
so-
is to complete. I mean, sorry, what was that?
He's so done with this.
Around the child.
Welcome to the club.
Alright, well, Call 47 so is just gonna step past the captain and outside the door so he can take a secret meeting.
When you pass by the security guards, they kind of look at you, sir.
He's got a code 47 to take.
Shouldn't we investigate the room, sir?
If the captain wishes us to do so.
They look back to you, a little uneasy at what they just witnessed, and not sure what to do right now.
Leave it. Leave it.
Aye, sir.
That's him kind of subtly saying if the ship blows up from this point, it's the captain's fault, not his.
Yeah, fair.
The security guys step out of the room.
Captain's actually gonna now take a look around the room, see if he can, if nothing else was left for him.
Oh, there's a puzzle box from Captain Beck sitting on your desk. You've never got around to looking at it.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, is it a Ferengi puzzle box?
I don't know, Vex, is it? You're the one that bought the silly thing.
Because I know that's the kind I use. Vex, you there?
I just want to put in a small note of Hijack nodding to Varder as he exits.
Chinese
Still-
puzzle box.
Still with a
A what?
dour expression on his face.
Chinese.
Orders.
Okay.
Probably gonna try and organize a security sweep of the ship to double check the identification of every man still or every crewman aboard the ship.
And while you do that, you
Captain.
cut again.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
that's what's happening while Grennan's doing his shit. Sparta's like, I'm just gonna make sure there's none else on the ship that.
Prax.
Yes.
When you arrive on scene, you notice that there's a shuttle that's landed with some security personnel that poured out. They seem to be surrounding what looks to be a crashed ground vehicle with a phaser shot to its engine block, basically just immobilizing it. And they seem to be scanning what looks to be the Penn's body that seems to have been fallen out or tossed out at some point of the vehicle. One of them looks up at you. Captain.
And so,
Vehicle, and we're able to disable its engine generator, and it crashed. Came to a halt. Really, the suspects tried to take the body of the officer here with them. However, he seemed to be rather cumbersome to them, so they let go and made a run for it. We have people chasing them down now on foot with, we've increased the sensor grid sensitivity in this block. They're not going to get very far.
notify all security personnel. I want them found.
I see.
How is Commander Pend?
Not great, ma'am, says one of them, scanning him. I'm just the field medic, but he's badly hurt, and all this jostling around wasn't very good for him. I don't know if otherwise he's not going to make it.
Taps her comm badge. Station control, emergency transport, 2 individuals to Starfleet Medical.
Pend, you can give me a fitness plus medicine roll, difficulty of 3, to see if you kind of.
take 3 momentum.
Yeah, I'm rocking a 10 here.
Yeah.
Oh, those sweet 50-50 chances.
Does composure work though?
Can I intimidate myself?
I'll give it to you at increased complication.
I mean, sure, why not? I'm already at 50-50, let's just make it more difficult.
Oh god. Oh.
1. That is statistically below average.
I don't know what you're expecting.
That's expecting 2.
I needed 3.
Yeah, but we were expecting 2.
And as you hear, Prax, as you hear on the other side, you're getting feedback from Starfleet Medical, and they're talking about getting the lock in, and they start instructing the security guys kind of back away to make the signal clearer. Then like, oh, we can't get a signal, put a comm badge on them, yada yada. You notice as you're kind of waiting for them to hurry up and beam the guy, you can see Penn kind of turning his head and kind of muttering something, but it's not audible from where you're standing.
She moves in closer.
Gotcha. And he suddenly wakes up and reaches out to grab you. Opposed daring plus security.
Hand-to-hand combat for a focus.
Yeah.
Is this not Penn's?
Apparently not.
Intelligence operative or composure?
Oh, it's not you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I don't know, I'm just like,
You...
Oh, take a threat.
Yay, I get a threat. I can't do a lot with it, but hey, I have it.
I mean, you could spend a threat to get the kind of penned an extra dice.
Ugh. You know what? Sure.
Does kind of penned have a focus?
Yeah. Ooh.
If you want, I can just roll it off the sheet.
No, they have a different dice pool than you do.
Oh.
It's not actually you. They just look like you.
It's not full stock, top-down replica penned,
That'd be funny.
including
though.
crispiness.
Including crispiness.
Gain a momentum.
I guess.
Wow. What's with
Reroll
the
the-
twos today?
I could reroll that 10, but I'd have to. Well, nah, forget it.
Wow.
Wow.
So yeah, I guess as they go to try to strike me, I pin them to the ground.
Start struggling with you.
Who are you?
Pen,
What's
you can
the
give me
armor?
fitness plus medicine difficulty 3.
Take a momentum.
Same as last time to get the increased complication range for a focus.
Yeah.
Ugh.
To be fair, that's about as good as it's getting.
Do you want to succeed at cost?
I assume he's going to just take the 2 threats.
Oh no, something bad's happening later, but we'll worry about that at that time.
Oh.
It'll
Up
be
to you,
bad,
Pen.
but you'll be awake.
Sure. For story, for plot.
I was gonna say it can't be that bad. It's only a complication.
Pend.
Eh,
As you're being carted away, you've kind of, even during this whole journey, as we alluded to earlier, you kind of come in and out every so often. It's not great because you're kind of getting jolted in the brain every so often to make sure you don't have brain death. So you're kind of sort of awake, just not able to move around normally. So you're kind of lopsided on one side because you're kind of limping a bit because your leg's not there and you can't really feel anything really, but you can kind of stumble away. One thing you happen to hear was something about the message. And I think there's a reason you might want to rush back on that note. As you woke up in the middle of an alleyway and you can see a Starfleet officer kind of shaking you on the ground, trying to get answers out of him.
Typing intensifies. Oh. And there's someone trying to wake me up.
Wake you up inside?
Yeah, it looks like someone's trying to wake you up, Captain. Captain Prax, now that because you were there at the meeting.
Captain.
Give me presence plus command, difficulty of 2 to see if you can get her attention. Prax, you can actually assist with this with insight plus command because you might overhear somebody trying to talk to you
I'll give you
while
a
you're trying to
threat,
interrogate this guy. Yeah, I got a threat again.
because I have bold command. Composure?
Yeah. Gain 2 momentum. Yeah, Prax, as you're interrogating the guy and he starts giving an answer, but you kind of hear someone say captain in a very raspy voice, and you're able to look up into an alleyway and you kind of see Pend looking just as bad, but he's kind of limping over to you.
Ensign, detain this individual on the ground. And then she motions for that security officer as she rushes over to the other pin. Phaser out. Commander Penn, is that you?
Yes, Captain. I can only... I don't know how long I'm going to stay conscious, but I overheard them talking about a bomb. Someone called Jerry.
Jerry.
Bomb. Jerry.
All right. Ensign, get this man over to Starfleet Medical right away.
They said once he's captured, that will cover them.
Prax, insight security. Pend, you can assist with presence plus security. Difficulty of 3 because you're a little distance away from the guy. Away from the security guys who are starting to bundle the new prisoner away into their shuttle.
Spending a momentum. Deception for a focus?
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
Composure or intelligence operative?
Intelligence operative. Gaining momentum out of it. Yeah, when you see them starting to bundle him into the security vehicle, you can see there's a slight bulge about in his lower right back, and he seems to be he's sort of reaching with his elbow to kind of hit some sort of contact on his back.
Do I have my gun, or am I completely disarmed?
You do have it.
Is this
Surprisingly.
I guess I don't know. Guess this is not considered social conflict, but I do have cold reading, which gains additional like attain information.
I'll give it to you. You're kind of reading what this guy's up to, yeah.
Does it look like some sort of bomb or communicator?
Yeah, I would say so.
Could I, if it looks like he's reaching for something, could I attempt to shoot him, then pass out?
Roll to pass out.
I'm gonna call that a control security shot, difficulty 3, complication 2.
I mean, to be fair, I really shouldn't even be walking around at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm assuming sidearms counts as a focus.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you a momentum for a third dice. And it was charging for vicious.
You would have had to spend an additional 2 momentum to have an extra minor, because you'd have to draw it and then charge it.
Never mind. That's not right.
That seems like too few dice.
That's right.
There you go. Oh goodness.
Yep, it's an extra dice due to increased security.
Yeah, Penn kind of draws from inside his coat, like from his in uniform, his pistol, and fires at the double, who kind of curls over. The security guys kind of back away from the guy when you shoot him. It's like, whoa, like why? Who's shooting us? They draw their phasers and point in your direction because they weren't expecting you to shoot. And when the guy hits the ground, the illusion fades away. And a Vulcan in what appears to be black robes is lying there. And you can see that a pouch that's on him kind of collides with the ground, bursts open, and you can see a bundle of red Calcat crystals with black lacing all throughout it. Actually, it even looks like the black is pulsing.
Get away from there now.
I'm
Move.
going down.
Get back.
And Penn falls over and goes unconscious again.
Clear the area right now.
Yes, sir. And they start tapping their comm badges, and the team spreads out and starts quarantining the area. He's unconscious again, sir. I don't even know how he managed to shoot like that.
Other than that, the fact that he had a weapon on him still troubles me. Ensign, get him back to Starfleet Medical right away.
Hey, Starfleet Medical, he has a comm badge, or he just shot something. Could you possibly... And then he beams out. Oh, of course. This security team's the medical, confirming you have him. Security team Alpha, we have him. Thank you for the assist.
I thought he was about to disappear and go missing again.
I won't put it past the GM.
I
Ensign,
was going to say, see, the GM doesn't have enough threat for that.
Hmm.
Yes, Captain.
Ensign, I want round the clock security personnel posted near Commander Pin at all times.
Aye, man. Taps his comm badge and passes the orders along.
And Ensign, also notify the Kismet of what transpired here.
The Kismet, ma'am?
The Commander Pin is from the USS Kismet.
Oh. Very good. I'll do that. Taps his comm badge and starts hailing the Kismet. Meanwhile,
Me.
I had it right the first time. Wait, did it automatically do that? Oh, you can do that. I run a lot, guys. Don't mind me.
Very good.
Mhm.
It's almost like you can set these maps to automatically start making sounds the minute you go to. These guys have started spreading out already by this point. Carter takes his station back. Still contemplating. Renan,
Yes.
you were sitting down last we left you.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
There's a
road
Chinese.
explodes.
There. There's a Chinese puzzle box.
Mm-hmm. And a data chip and a desk. And whatever knickknacks Grenin fills his room with.
Yeah. Before. Ooh.
Possibly his own portrait. I don't know. No judging.
No. Uh-huh. No. You know what? Before he starts trying to open this puzzle box, he's gonna look up at the wall, and there's a framed piece of paper in the wall. The Zarkonian Peace Treaty. That he helped to pound out. He just looks at it for a few seconds. Fuck.
It's a very intricate piece of paper. It's well framed, probably behind some sort of glass.
Transparent aluminum.
Transparent aluminum, sorry. You're right.
So, wait, is Myth still reading?
Full background information. Everything that is tangentially related.
So what you're saying is that you fall into the wiki hole.
Yeah.
Yes, but with an android's reading speed.
Oh God. Wait, I said I'd wanted to open the puzzle box. Did nothing happen?
I think you didn't say that to any of us because
Oh.
no one heard you.
Oh.
I thought you were
That
just
didn't-
staring at your peace treaty and just in
Yeah.
awe. I was like,
No,
I mean,
no,
you know-
I specifically like let out a sign that said, "And with that, the captain's gonna."
oh, okay. Imagine my confusion. Security diff. Hey, Myth, while you're looking up stuff up, you can give me a reason, science. Oh, it's gonna suck. Reason, science, difficulty 2.
Okay.
Damn it.
I'm gonna take a momentum, and I assume Myth is as well.
Sure, why not?
I mean, you might not get it back. You should be careful.
Yeah.
What was the difficulty of that task?
2.
Okay, barely got it.
We get them both back.
2 momentum
Well.
gain a Myth in. Myth, you've created an advantage regarding the location. that you're researching. Because you're going, as you say, you're reading into even the most minute detail, and well, you're going to be more well read than most people who live there are.
Uh-huh.
Are we just going to have an entire episode that's just Myth having some random ass side adventure in Germany? What?
Um, so yes, Grennan, you open the puzzle box, and
Uh-oh.
inside is a note.
Oh, like,
Takes a bit of finagling and such, but
oh, actual paper note? Like, I have to unfold it and everything? Kids in the
to
classroom
replace your
having-
last one. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a different message. I'm being corrected. Hold on. Yes, thank you, computer. I'm aware.
What
Did
are
you know you
we,
needed to
kids
update
passing
something?
notes
Thanks,
in-
computer.
What are we, kids passing notes back and forth in the classroom?
I mean, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. Not much has changed over the last 400 years.
Try not to break this one, Tora.
Aura. Oh. I'm assuming Tora is a code name.
No, it's Vex's first name.
Oh, right.
How long did you flirt with her, and you don't even know her name?
Hey, you have the family
No.
name. That's what you need for the registry.
I think
No,
we can
no.
separate player and character.
No. I think for me it was the first thing that popped into my head when you said don't break this one, Tora, was the SS Tora.
Oh no.
That was like the first thing that popped in my head.
Whoops, that's the wrong noise. That's not it either. Your door chimes. I give up.
Enter.
One of your yeomen walks in. Message for you, sir.
All right.
Well, more like passing along a message, furrows their brow, sets a pad on your desk. Seems to be a letter from an officer from a different ship to be delivered to Commander Pend. I didn't know what you want us to do with it. It's not standard procedure, but it seems to be some sort of personal correspondence.
Oh, I see. Well, I don't read my subordinate's personal correspondence. I'll see that he gets this.
Very good, sir. Anything else you need me for, sir?
Nothing yet. I'll let you know if I do.
Aye, sir.
Captain, in his long laundry list of things to do, he looks over at his computer terminal to his left. He sees, oh, right. I have to reach out to the crew of the Hatfield, and he types up a note to the Hatfield that gets sent and delivered at a point in time
Okay.
that you don't have to worry about. At some point during this whole ordeal, the captain time to have him, but that's neither.
Okay.
And I suppose when he really has a moment, he's gonna tricorder, lug that data chip into it, and see what we got.
As you're reading that up, no, I'm just kidding. As you're reading that over, Iran and Varder, you happen to be on the bridge when you're told that there is a hail coming from Starfleet security in San Francisco.
Should you or I?
Well, I mean, it's from security, so I'll take it as security.
That's fair. Is occupied, of course.
Myth is absorbed.
I can multitask.
No, keep reading about Germany.
Yeah,
You
well,
don't know I'm
you
reading
know,
about Germany.
we'll acknowledge
We're
that
on the
this,
bridge.
this is the kismet.
Bismarck.
Where the? There it is.
Patching you through.
Starfleet Security to USS Kismet.
This is the USS Kismet. Sand.
We have a security alert. It appears that one Commander Pend, the one that you reported being kidnapped, we've got him. We have Captain. Sorry, what was your name, ma'am?
Captain Prax.
Yes, Captain Prax came to our assistance and alerted us to your commander being carted off in a ground vehicle. We were able to secure him and get him back to Starfleet Medical, and he has a standing guard now. Should we
Aaron
mention
sighs and just
the bag?
oh,
Or
thank goodness.
It's a no. You do not use it level 3 container field. I need a level 5 over here right now. And where's the bomb disposal unit?
So yeah, apparently one of the assailants had some sort of dangerous biohazard, some sort of crystal. The captain seems to be dealing well in hand, so we kind of buttoned down at the moment. But your commander should be fine.
Aron turns to Varder. Do you want me to handle this? I have the equipment.
Take. We've got an explosives expert in the security department, so take her with you.
Yeah. Captain Prax.
Yes, who am I speaking with?
Ensign Jameson Aron. We've met. If I remember correctly. Either way, I do not have the clearance to enter Starfleet Medical due to some taps in my past, but I have the equipment to deal with corrupt crystals. If I might have your express permission, I can handle it down there. But I need a captain's orders to do it.
The location is not at Starfleet Medical. It's outside in the city. Ensign.
Well, that's fair then. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Very well.
Aron and exiting the room.
What part of shore leave was this about, sir? One of your security guys jokes as at the other security consoles.
I wish I could tell you. Let's get a sweep organized of the ship just to make sure there's no more people like that. Command crewman. I don't know. Whatever security we've got on the ship, we can just have them sweep through whoever's still on the ship and check their identities. Which should be easy enough. You just need a pad.
Send a message to you, Brendan.
Yes, I know. I read.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I just saw something in Discord. When you check over the ship, I'll give you a. We'll call it a control plus security difficulty 2.
Me?
Varder.
Control security difficulty 2. Mental task. I'll spend a threat. There you go. You have that.
I have 2.
I do not have a focus in it. There we go.
Two momentum. Yeah, your staff sweeps the ship. They do a quick head count to make sure everyone who's supposed to be here is here. Those who aren't. Yeah, the ship seems fine.
Well, better
All
safe
systems
than sorry.
operational. Oh yeah.
When the captain comes out of his 47, if there's anything we need to know, we'll know it. If there's not, you can go back to your other tasks and occupations that you were about to do.
Aye, sir. And we'll briefly cut back to San Francisco. Let's see. Whoa, as a giant. No, I'm just kidding. As Ensign Haran is beamed into the location, as you're in the streets of San Francisco near a cordoned off area with several shuttles and a lot of security personnel surrounding a body of a Vulcan.
We had an explosive expert with us as well.
Oh yes. Which one is
Kino.
that? Kino Tire, a petty officer. So yeah, Prax, you see 2 people walk up to you. One of them you recognize.
Ensign,
Captain,
is there anything you need from us?
not really. I might need you to stand back.
I've already coordinated the area off. How large would this explosion be?
It depends. In an enclosed space, such as a spacecraft, it would maybe take out a section, a deck. Who knows? In a city, open air, such as this, maybe if given time, city block.
Very
A
well.
small building, big building. Who knows?
I suggest you work quickly.
I intend to. And if I remember correctly, this is a frequency thing that you do. As in there's a certain sound pattern or such to communicate with them.
Yeah, the resonance device. Did you guys actually submit? I think you guys were. Yes, it's opportunity 2 to bring along the miniaturized experimental Calcat resonance device.
Yeah, let's do that.
2 momentum gone. And basically, it's a box that about as big as a foot locker, but it has various controls on it. And as you can put in the crystals and slowly dial in the crystal and try to heal it.
Let's.
We're gonna call this an extended task because time is somewhat of a factor. The longer they stay like this, the more likely they're gonna get upset and do something not very fun. Well, for you anyway. So it'll be very funny.
Besides doing the roll to work the machine, I'd like to supplement it with a soothing conversation, one-sided conversation from Aran's side, and say, "Hey, I know what you're going through. I know what you feel like. I've been there. I am there. We're talking about it in therapy, and so on." But control engineering.
You can, if you like, roll. This won't take up time because you're kind of doing it. You're kind of almost giving yourself an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
You do presence plus engineering or medical, difficulty 2 to try to create the advantage of calming the crystals down.
Would yeah. I'll. I don't see how engineering works, but I think that yeah, I'd rather use it. Lead by example.
I'll give it to you because
Or-
you're kind of taking a bit of initiative on this one. The reason engineering is that you understand how crystals work, so you're not trying to go, oh, I can feel how your heart feels, or I get the sense of, racing heart. It's like, well, no, they're crystals. Doesn't quite work the same way.
Yeah. All right, and it's a diff what?
2.
2. All right. Yeah.
Gain 1 momentum. You now have an advantage while dealing with these crystals.
Yes, please.
As a note, you have 2 tries to disarm them before something bad happens. They might not, if you succeed on a roll, you can spend 1 momentum to try to give yourself basically an extra attempt.
All right, I'm gonna look up a thing real quick.
Sure.
How to disarm bombs for dummies.
First, it is never the red wire. Never start with the red wire.
I have theory into practice. Science +3 and testing a theory talent. When you attempt a task using engineering or science, where you gain the additional d20 from the testing theory talent, reduce the difficulty of the task by 1 to a minimum of.
This won't apply for the first time you roll, but it would apply for each additional time because you have to have at least done what you had to have done the thing at least once. If you're repeating the same task or a similar task, if you have to disarm a bomb later in the mission, testing theory applies because you did something similar.
Well, I have done this before.
This mission?
No.
Yeah, well, it has to be
earlier
during
in
this
my time.
mission. Then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Kino would be rolling the same thing, I guess, control engineering to assist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think an EOD specialist applies as a focus, does it?
Believe me, Ron, I wish it worked that way because I have the different.
The what now?
The testing a theory to practice. I have that as well. That's why I'm familiar with it.
Okay,
All right.
don't blow Kino up this time.
Like to spend a momentum for an extra die?
It was EOD specialist doesn't count, right?
Where the heck is she?
As a focus. This is the second time we've used her, so I don't know if anything. I forget how these things work because I've never really used them.
Yes, it would apply.
Nice. Task roll is 1, not 3. Good job, Kino.
I'm glad we have an
No.
advantage.
Kino.
Bad.
Oh my god.
You should have brought down our other explosive expert.
Do we have another explosives expert?
We do, actually.
Would you like to spend 2 momentum to quash that complication?
Question: considering Iran got the advantage, would that what did that do to the extended task?
Oh, right. That would either bring the difficulty down by 1 or resistance down by 1.
Oh, not again.
Yeah, no, it's Kino. Should we spend 2 to stop that?
Yeah, the reason why I'm
Yeah,
asking because
please.
if we brought the difficulty down, we can spend the 1 we got from the task and 1 from the pool.
That's true.
Yeah,
Sure.
that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no blowing up today, please. That's my job.
6 challenge dice, Mr. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 work is done due to the resistance.
1 for piercing? Or 1 for work, it'll still get us the breakthrough.
Yeah.
I would say worth it to do it, so...
Yeah, so if we take 1 for piercing, so we can get 6 on the work track.
Okay. You find that you're able to communicate with the Calgate Crystal, and you find that talking to them and letting it know what you're doing kind of helps calm it down. It doesn't seem like the crystals are in a rush to blow up. They're agitated because of the state that they're in, and as long as you kind of think of it as a person who's badly injured who has a weapon, and you're trying to get them to give you the weapon. It's like, well, no, I'm not trying to attack you. I'm trying to help you. Give me the weapon so I can heal you.
All right.
So yeah, you're looking at 5 work of 10 is done. You have 1 breakthrough. Difficulty is reduced to 2. If you wanted to spend for piercing, you could bring up the work to 6.
Yeah, that's what I said we'll spend for piercing.
Oh, okay. So it's 6 work instead of 4. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. 6 work of 10.
Yeah, because it's 1 for 2.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna spend for another die as well, so I'm at 3 die. Still using lead by example.
You're right, Prax. It is difficulty 1 because of testing a theory.
Right.
And you get a free die anyway because theory into practice, don't you?
Well, yeah, that's good.
Hmm.
No, theory into practice brings it down.
Oh. And testing a theory lets you get a reroll? I forget now.
I think so. I don't have it open currently.
Yeah, just a moment. Remember that bit where I said I knew this thing?
So say if you get a free reroll, you probably don't even need the momentum.
Theory. You get an additional d20.
Free die.
Good times. So I'm just rolling 3, and I have my focus used. Oof.
Hey, here, Kino, let's go. Yeah.
We'll spend the one we gained and one from the pool.
Well, you actually gained 2 because the difficulty's down to 1.
There, we'll just spend the two we gained.
Good times, good times.
She didn't blow herself up this time, guys.
6
Good.
challenge dice, please. Mr. Ron. Oh no.
Thick.
Might I suggest you spend 1 to reroll the fails?
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
best.
maybe.
Roll 3 challenge dice. Don't know why I said it like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. With resistance, it's 3.
We'll just pay for one more, and that should still give us the second breakthrough for filling the work track.
Right, because you could do piercing. Yep. And just as it seems, the last bit of crystal is about to detonate. You put it in, you're fiddling with it, trying to resonate. It's a little difficult. And all the crystals are now blue. Nice and calm.
There. That wasn't that bad. Word. All done, Captain.
Thank you, Ensign. Is there a way to scan the area for those signatures for those crystals?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the right crew to ask about that.
Do you have a tricorder, Kino?
Oh,
I'd like you to do a citywide search. There could potentially be another bomb out there.
Give me 2 seconds.
I have one. I can't do the other.
Aron to Kismet.
Kismet here.
Nice of you to pick up. How's the reading going?
I finished.
Good. Do you have time for a citywide scan for Cocket crystals?
Affirmative. I'll need
Thank
to
you.
acquire permission first, though.
Mm-hmm. I have a captain's permission.
Myth meant more permission from Earth Authority.
That's fair.
You know, it's just a routine like computer ping. It's like, hey, satellite, can I scan? God damn it.
What's the status, Kismet?
Earth computer systems are not allowing a scan of the surface.
That's strange.
Indeed. Querying for cause.
Oh.
Lieutenant, where's your captain?
I believe the captain is in his ready room.
Very good then. And the admiral just walks across the bridge and walks into the ready room.
Admiral,
Captain?
from what I gather, this is important.
Yes, Code 47 messages typically are, and I'm used to captains answering one.
I apologize. We had a security breach on Kismet and a developing situation on the planet's surface. I would have responded to the. I would have responded earlier, but well, things have been kind of hectic. And I suppose the best way to put it is I didn't want to have such a, let's say, highly sensitive conversation if I wasn't absolutely secure.
Right. Captain, as of this moment, there are very well trained and very zealous advocates on both sides in Starfleet security and space dock that are arguing whether or not you should be detained for espionage. And the decision's about to be handed down in about the next hour, since it took you so long to get back to me. So, could I know what the heck's going on?
Hmm. This is one of those. I feel like I need to make an insight check on this guy, knowing what I know about him.
Insight security, difficulty 2. Actually, insight command, come to think of it.
And we don't have any momentum anymore, do we?
No.
Would we be able to lessen the difficulty considering we've already purged his access codes from the computer core?
That's not really the issue at the moment.
Worth a go?
Yeah, no. Yep,
Worth an ask, though, right? He's not the
yep,
one who
I'm
denied
gonna-
the permission.
Yep, GM, take a threat. I am admittedly dancing a very risky waltz. Okay, and I get a momentum. No. Wait, my. And Myth is just totally oblivious to all of this.
Uh-huh.
Kind of stare for a moment, get the measure of the man, look him in the eye. Human, older man. Kind of, and even for a human, he's kind of old for rear admiral. He should be a bit higher in rank.
We've met before.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the face of a man who is, your insight's telling you that he's mildly annoyed with you and kind of concerned for you. Sort of like a father who watched you throw a ball through a window and is like, look, I don't want to get you in trouble, but you're kind of in trouble. But I'm supposed to be mad about it, so grr, you know.
Well,
Have you seen Captain Prax? We were supposed to meet regarding this matter.
she's currently in the middle of handling a situation regarding my comatose executive officer.
Blink. What? Right. She's not back from that yet. So espionage, did you do it or not? Or what did you do that has Starfleet security ready to crawl up your nose today?
Let's just say on a few different, and being in those locations, and let's say finding myself at odds with people I found myself up against, it doesn't make me look good, I will admit. Let's just say I'm part of the web, but I'm not the center.
Do you have a lead with tangible results?
Yes.
You have 24 hours. If you don't get it found, I'm arresting you and seizing command of your ship. Because I have to. I can't cover for you anymore.
Understood.
And I've checked over Prax. You can loop her in, but we have to keep this out from the rest of the fleet. The more people know about this, the more heat we're going to get if you fall on the wrong side of this.
Well, if he gets arrested, it's
Right,
comatose
and-
Captain Pent.
Furthermore, question, one final inquiry. What's the status of Captain Torovek's matter? She's aware of the way the situation resolved.
Ligwinger kind of walks away for a second and kind of gets almost to the door, like he's not going to answer you right away, like pretending he didn't hear you or something, and he kind of stops, turns
Admiral,
around. She's been missing since the battle. They're looking at you for her cause of missing. Last we
Yeah.
heard, she was on your ship.
she went missing during the Battle of Ark. Wait, was she on board the Kismet during that?
Not that you're aware of. You never met her.
Well, I met her, but she wasn't on the.
Yeah, you didn't meet her on that day. You had, mind you, you met a lot of captains and officers because hectic. 12
But
hours
as far
of
as-
grabbing
yeah,
people.
But as far as I know, she was not a.
No. There was probably some appointment to check in with her, but you had several appointments to check in with various intelligence officers and yeomans and admirals adjuncts to get your views on things. But you never saw her.
It's strange. I remembered her. We had a number of command level staff here that day, but she wasn't.
Like I said, 24 hours.
4 hours. And as soon as the admiral leaves the room, the captain stands up, looks out the window, and he says, "Hen, what would you do?" He stops for a few seconds, and he stops again for a few seconds, looks out, and he says, "Varro, what would you do?"
Hey, Varder. Give me fitness plus command. Difficulty 3.
Oh no!
Fitness command complication increases automatically. Psionics.
I asked.
Psionics coming in as a focus or no?
Yeah.
I should probably throw a momentum at this. What was the difficulty again?
3.
3. Hmm. You know what? You can have 2 threat as well.
Sure.
Hey, we get the momentum back at least.
You feel an intrusive thought kind of flood your mind. Like someone having a conversation with. It's like you picked up the phone and you were listening into someone else's conversation and you're kind of blasted with them saying something. As if the person's shouting it repeatedly over and over and you just happen to pick up the line. That's the wrong person. I almost sent it to freaking Mythic.
Oh, that he's really
Very
leaning
good.
forward against his station and kind of ducking his head down, kind of looking down, leaning forward, just kind of, if there's a sudden loud noise in your ear that's unexpected, or in your head, rather. Myth, look up Wartburg.
No need.
Oh my god. It came in handy.
Location of a castle in Germany.
Oh my god.
Adler is there.
Understood.
Oh my god.
And I'm assuming Varder probably knows the ship's under lockdown as security officer on station.
For some reason, you haven't been notified.
Okay. Never mind then. In that case, I'm gonna get a team and get down there.
Do you say that?
Yes.
Lieutenant, the Kismet is currently on security lockdown. Per JAG orders.
Then we need to alert planet-side security of this development.
Agreed.
If you can get on that, please, Myth.
I'll do my best.
Probably that visible look of what the fuck frustration. But also, Jag, can't question that. I'm a lieutenant. I've been a lieutenant for like a month.
Maybe ask your captain.
Mm-hmm.
Captain still hasn't left his radio room.
Yeah, you're on a code 47 calls. Last they heard.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to be
The
in
Admiral
there.
came in and went out, but you know.
That Admiral
Yeah.
came in and went out. That doesn't mean anything for the code 47.
Yeah.
Because he was being called for that. He just didn't pick up. We don't know that. He didn't
The
pick
admiral
up.
didn't think to say anything. Myth or Varder, give me insight plus command difficulty 2.
I've got a 12.
Varder has a 13.
One can assist the other. I should probably
Yeah.
that's probably a better move.
Okay. I'll assist.
Okay, well, let's see. Mental task complication goes up. I don't have a focus for this.
Me neither.
I'll throw a momentum at it for a third dice. Yo,
Yo.
I think we get the momentum back.
Yeah, it's difficulty 1, I think.
Diff 2.
Yeah,
Oh, was it diff 2?
yeah, I thought it was diff 2.
Yeah, diff 2. Good try though.
Hmm.
I
As
think
insert.
I think you said 0. I mean, that's what.
No, that's definitely a difficulty minus.
It does it does occur to you that despite code 47, you can't enter the room, but it is proper to hail him and or badge him, and that if he can answer, he will. If he can't, he won't.
Oh, fair enough then. Probably a tap badge Varder to Captain Grennan.
Grennan here.
We need to dispatch planet-side security forces to Wartburg Castle in Germany, planet-side. We cannot do it ourselves. We're under lockdown, apparently.
Lockdown. On whose authority?
Jag.
Stonewalling it. I'll see what I can do. Come in to my ready room.
Aye, Captain. Should I bring Lieutenant Myth with me?
Agreed.
I'll look at Myth and wave her over as he heads to the ready room then.
Mm-hmm.
Upon them entering, the captain looks at the two of them and says, I can trust you, right, Varder?
I would hope you could trust, Captain.
He looks back and forth between the two of you and he says, I'm being implicated in a extremely wide conspiracy.
Of what sort?
A sort concerning Calcit crystals, and he looks at you, Varder, the Midnight Watch, numerous elements within the Federation itself, and perhaps even a few others that we aren't aware of.
If your information is accurate, that would be a nearly unprecedented scale.
And
And
there is unfortunately a reason to back it up.
That's concerning.
agreed. Let's just say that given my proximity to this conspiracy, those involved are trying make me a convenient scapegoat, let's say, so that the other side can pretend that they never existed in the first place.
That's most unfortunate.
That's an understatement. Myth. And a mere half hour ago, I assume it's been about that long since the Rear Admiral left.
I think it's probably been less.
It's probably been less, yeah.
Probably in a few minutes.
Oh, uh, I forgot to mention, GM,
Mm-hmm.
you would, oh, this is awkward. You would know about the, that scan would have picked up that cow kit I mentioned to you.
You sure about that?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, moving on. Um, where was I? I recently had a word with the Rear Admiral without giving away too many classified details. There are those who are gunning for me, and the Rear Admiral has run interference for as long as he possibly could. I have 24 hours. For command of the Kismet is pried away from me, and the truth will be lost. I have until then to clear my name, and
Then it is imperative that we move quickly.
agreed. We have to somehow find a way to get out of this Jag lockup that we've got. Because if we move and the Jag knows about it, we're going to be done.
We do have numerous personnel on the surface, including Iran.
Indeed. Additionally, I only encountered an issue when I requested permission to scan the surface. Since the ship has been made aware of any sort of JAG lockdown, it would stand to reason that normal ship operations would continue, including, I believe, shore leave.
Surely.
It was already my intention to beam down to Germany, Captain.
Well,
I have a personal matter that I was going to investigate. It may significantly overlap with a potential off-the-books mission.
well, I suppose that you should take shore leave and bring a couple of your, and he claps Myth over the shoulder, close friends.
This blinks like twice.
Us,
Ah,
Myth.
yes.
Us.
Understood, Captain.
And so the captain would like to see about trying to find a loophole in this Jag lockdown, utilizing Myth's already proposed shore leave.
Opposed? Presence plus con.
Yep, that's. Would Myth be able to assist since Myth is the one that set this up?
Yeah. Could even lead it if you thought that was a good idea.
Probably not.
Oh yes, I definitely want to lead with my presence 7.
So yeah, law focus.
Yes.
Taking a momentum. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll go with this.
As Varder stands here with very little understanding of legal shit.
Yeah.
What do you mean you can't just go down?
I mean, he understands orders, but he's like, "Where do you mean there are loopholes for it? What?"
Yep. What's the difficulty? Oh, it's opposed.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll just do this, so I have 2 dice.
We're not counting Pend because he's crispy like bacon.
He's on the planet.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to use a talent that I haven't used before.
Then you shouldn't use it. You'll break your luck.
I am blowing my determination and activating Spirit of Discovery.
Bloody human. Gain 3 moment. You have to indicate which job.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
But you don't have to be present for, in the room to do it. You could be somewhere else and like, Spirit of Discovery. Like, what?
Mission directive?
Mission directive is R&R and stay put.
They are technically trying to go on
that's what
R&R.
we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're going on shore leave.
If you do this, I will remove the acting in accordance and put it as challenge directive.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I have a reputation to burn. And I will spend an additional 2 momentum. So I'm now at 4 dice.
Nice.
I have a focus. Do I get any extra dice with you? Are you that cool? I don't think you are. You're just a dude. Yeah, you're just a dude. Whoops, that's the wrong page entirely. Uh-oh.
That felt good. Like... Wait,
Plus
really?
myth roll.
Yep, I have to. Presence con. No.
I think we have failed.
Captain, I think this guy has a focus and fucking you over.
Unless you
Long
wanna-
Starfleet protocols. I don't even get a reroll with this guy. He's just a guy.
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything about this.
Could you challenge a determination?
Nah, I don't think there's value for this. Ugh.
I am willing to offer as a negative, eager to prove himself. In the sense that you could bandy about the Rear Admiral's name and say you're on a mission for him and you need to go down.
Or we could
And it's
leave
like-
the captain on the ship and go down with everyone else.
Okay,
And
so
that's
yeah,
another
the way-
possibility. You could spin it that way where you're like, well, I could just stay behind, but that guy's down there. I need to do this. But it's a negative because you're either throwing the Admiral under the bus or you're pulling yourself out of the away team. But it gets you a
So-
reroll.
Honestly, the less involvement the captain has, the better.
Yeah, so I think the way I'd spin this then is that the way the captain pegs it, he can't go down. Like they will be onto him the moment he beams off the ship. But with Myth's already approved shore leave, they might just slip under the radar, but he has to trust them pull this off. And so I'd be negatively spinning the eager to prove himself, because he's not going to be proving himself here. He's going to be sticking behind and letting other people do the work.
Like a seasoned commanding officer.
I'd let you challenge your value on that basis.
Yep, I will do that, and then
Yep.
I will change that value later.
Okay, that's cool with me. Give your reroll. Hopefully, it's better. You just need, even if you tie, that's better than what you have right now.
Just gotta, I died. That does it.
You end up arguing with the Jag guy You end up going to a supervisor and then another guy. You end up arguing your way up to a rear admiral of the Jag Corps because you're at ESB, so they're all here. And most of them are. And eventually you're like, look, I just want them to take R&R. That's it. That's all I want. I won't even go. I get it. They can go.
Like, I get it. I'm under investigation. Sure. But they already had approved Surely. Don't put for this.
Fine, Captain. Just stop hailing us. They can go. You're staying. If they get you one trinket from the surface, I swear I'll have you in a noose by the end of it.
Understood.
A myth, does Adler count as a trinket?
More of like a doodad or a thingamajig.
Ah, okay.
Jag office out. He punches something and disappears from your view.
Well, the two of you have your in.
Makes it even better as Adler's German for eagle.
Mwahaha.
Wait, is it really?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh,
Mwahaha.
damn it.
Damn it.
Just odd fact that I know.
All right. So, two of us are going down. Are we bringing one or two other friends with us?
No, because specifically I trust the two of you to pull this off.
All right.
Hey.
I mean, yeah, we could meet up with Iran down there.
I was more asking if we wanted to pull in a supporting character so that the captain could play somewhat
Oh, you know who we can trust?
down there.
Throlloc?
Tachibana.
Yeah.
We can trust Tachibana.
No, we
Oh,
could probably
like-
trust Throlloc with this. She has a personal invent
That's
that
exactly
the
why
captain
I
would
said
know
it.
about.
Well, I didn't say it for the personal. I mean, I said it partly because it's Vara shit, mainly.
Ooh.
She has a personal investment in finding out stuff about the captain.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like it. We'll bring her.
She's
Definitely.
safer away from the captain.
No.
Oh no, not that way.
Well,
Shush.
also that way.
Also, it's a good thing Vara's dead.
It's a good thing Varro's dead, otherwise the captain would be.
Yeah. That's his goddaughter.
So the scene is being wrapped up. The scans come down from ESB that there are no Cowcat crystals in orbit or on the planet.
All right. And then the three of us will go to a transporter platform.
Oh, we're cutting over to the Prax in Iran.
Cool.
Security, I want that individual sedated at all times. Admiral,
Captain,
my apologies.
it's fine. I told you to go. Ensign, petty officer.
Admiral.
Admiral, sir.
Given that I need to make a rather rapid visit to Starfleet Command in a few minutes, he hands you a pad, Prax. That's the brief you're getting, because we don't have time to go into detail, sadly. I can answer what I can before I rush off, though.
This whole to be run and interrupt. You should
Am I
totally
supposed to go to the
sabotage it.
Kismet, Admiral?
I believe you might want to confer with the Kismet's captain to determine what the best course might be. At this point, details are limited for security purposes. Kind of looks behind him briefly and then looks back to you.
And the individual that we just captured. She's kind of glances over it.
He's being recalled back to Vulcan under ambassadorial credentials.
Oh,
He raises his eyebrows at that.
Excuse me? He's a terrorist, sir.
And that's a point that will be brought up by someone else in the diplomatic corps. Unless you want to have a fight with the Vulcan representatives over this, let me handle this.
Understood.
I've had to deal with this nonsense for years. Tonight we end it. One way or the other.
oh, that's
Insight?
threatening.
That's kind of here from an admiral.
I'll help you with insight.
Yeah. Insight, command, or con, either is appropriate. Difficulty is it's 2.
Deception, composure.
Composure.
Lead by example.
I'm gonna. I'd give it to you at increased complication.
Then no.
Take a threat.
Sure. For momentum gained. Right? Yes. You both get the feeling off of him that he looks like a guy who hasn't slept in a while. He looks like he's been rushing around, and he looks like he's at the edge of desperation. And he's the guy with a clock running out, and he knows it. And if he has to break some rules to beat the clock, he's gonna.
Ooh, you could maybe ask a question. You might want to ask a question.
Yeah.
I have cold reading, so
Get at least one free one.
yeah. Does it look like he's like deliberately hiding something? Like he's obviously on edge.
Yes.
Admiral, is there something else that I need to be aware of?
Looks at you, looks at Ensign Haran, looks at Petty Officer Kino, looks back to you. There was an event not long ago during the war, during the tail end, where I'm sure you've heard of it, where there was an attempted, charitably, let's call it a coup. And at that time, a lot of mistakes were made by various members of command and admiralty level. If I don't fix this, a lot of officers are going to fall on the wrong side of a very messy court case that's been brewing for a while. A lot of innocent officers and certain officers who chose the wrong side of what they thought was a righteous fight.
I see, Admiral. Given this, and then she kind of glances at the pad. Is Captain Grennan on the wrong side of things? Because he seems to be investigated by the JAG, from what I can tell here.
He looks at the ensign, the petty officer kind of looks at you.
I'm sorry to put this out
You
the
know, just
open,
kind of
Admiral, but
turns around and takes a few steps away.
Do.
Aron stays put. Even moves closer to Captain Prax.
The difference between an enlisted and an officer right there.
He crosses his arms, by the way.
I'll do this. If he does not, he has 24 hours to fix this. If he doesn't, he'll be found on the wrong side of it, whether he likes it or not. And if that's the case, you better believe he's going to be sent off to the Klingons to be used as a way to salvage the face of the Federation.
Admiral,
Henson?
as someone who has been on the wrong side of things and falsely accused many times,
Mm-hmm.
this is a very, very difficult spot.
That's why I'm giving you all a chance to fix it.
Well, where do we start, sir?
The less I know, the better.
Do we have full authorities?
I believe you'll have to ask Captain Prax. She's the ranking officer on the scene. I'm simply passing a message.
That's
Right,
fair.
Captain?
I suppose so. Smiles.
Captain? Ensign? Petty officer? Looks over, noticing that the petty officer walked away. Then looks at you. Or wait, what? And then rejoins the security team as they head back to Starfleet Command.
It's on.
Yes,
I
Captain.
suggest we beam up to the Kismet before your captain gets himself in any more trouble.
That's an idea.
Too late.
Quick question, though. May I talk to our security officer and science officer before this is up? They are the senior staff. I'd like to see what their thoughts about this are.
Well, we shall see. Hopefully they're on board. Assuming they weren't given shore leave. So much for my
Ron's
shore
like, I
leave.
know Myth. Myth never takes short.
Yeah.
She taps her comm badge.
w-
USS Kismet is Captain Prax.
Would that be me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least they're letting hails through, says one of them.
Ugh. On screen.
Audio only.
This is Captain Grennan of the USS Kismet.
Captain Grennan, permission to beam aboard along with 2 of your crew members.
2 of my crew members?
Yes, Incineron and Chief Petty Officer. Sorry, I don't know your supporting character names.
Kino.
Kino.
Captain, Max can't see this because audio only. The captain gives a slight sigh and says, yes, permission.
Thank you, Captain.
After a short wait, very short. You don't even notice the time passing.
Mm,
Ensign Aran, Captain Prax, and Petty Officer Kino walk onto the bridge.
Captain.
Captain, a moment in private, please.
Ah, yes, of course. And he gives he just sort of gives a slight smile.
As they walk off to the ready room, one of the other officers nearby looks at you, Aran. Sir, do you know what's going on?
Uh, lots of. I can't even start to explain it. Um, he looks at the captain's chair and mutters, "No," under his breath. Um,
You are the senior ensign. Well, he shrugs at you.
yeah,
Oh,
I have
dear.
not been cleared for command.
Oh. Well, as the next senior most command guy in the chair said, I would ask your advice for your experience.
Of course. What can I do for you, ensign? Or comrade?
Comrade.
He nods at that approvingly. Like, yeah, I like that. Well,
Go again.
is there anything we should be preparing for, sir? We already beamed down 3 people. There's all kinds of meetings have been going on. Apparently, we're under a lockdown by JAG order. I don't know what's going on, but I kind of feel like we need to do something.
Why do you beam down people if we're under lockdown?
He shrugs. I heard the captain raising his voice a couple times. Maybe
does
he
that.
asked for special permission?
Well, who did you beam down?
It was. He looks over at somebody else. Who was it again? It was Varder, Myth, and I believe they called down Throlic. Was it? Yeah.
Aron touches his jaw, remembering it almost it being broken from Throlic.
Lol.
He takes a seat at the starboard chair, beside the captain's chair.
Huh?
No, this.
Get out of
Oh,
Penn's seat.
No. The,
How dare you
Important.
sit
Never
where
mind.
he sat?
well, that's interesting, given the fact that they were under lockdown. But I suppose that they have shore leave to take out. That's what I would do.
Well, maybe when the captain comes back out, we can make sure you get yours. Not like the rest of us are. We're supposed to be here anyway.
I'm pretty sure I won't get any shore leave. Though I am pretty sure that I might have to lead an away mission.
Whoa. They give each other a look as they're all. They look very concerned because these 3. If you think you're in the dark, these 3 have going on.
Well, until the captains emerge, then I
Yeah.
suppose business as usual. You may ask if it's anything. I'll be over at my station.
Aye, sir. Meanwhile, in the ready room,
Mm-hmm. Well, heard a lot about you, Cax, and I wish our first formal meeting be under better circumstances.
Well, we have
Sure.
met before. though it was almost a year ago.
Correct. That was. Am I
The
correct in
first time
remembering?
we
Was it
dealt
the
with
trial?
the Archon.
Oh no. Yes. The first arc.
This is rather disturbing, Captain. Though Admiral Lugliner seems very confident to want to get you out of this mess that you've gotten yourself into.
Say that we've gotten ourselves in maybe a bit miscap. Only a bit. However, I'll.
Yes, it appears though, even though I am supposed to be on shore leave, while my ship is being repaired, I am offering my services to help you out here.
Understood. Case thinks go short ways to proving my innocence, so to speak. Be and he goes over and he picks up the ball note, folds the note, and he says, "This is a note, Captain Vec, to me. It appeared in my ready just today. Indict the disappearance supposedly on board Kismet during the Battle of Arc 157, right?
Just after when it ended.
Saying Arc 157,
Oh, sorry. Yep.
right? Now, for a few different instances regarding Calcut, the Calcut that the Smith has been looking into. Okay. Okay. Moving a bit closer. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I was just a bit far away from my phone. Anyhow, if we can prove that I had nothing to do with the disappearance of Captain Tora Vex, it could buy us more time.
Where was Captain Vex last seen at?
Now, that's the tricky thing. Officially on board the Kismet. We're trying to find out where she went unofficially.
I see. She was. There should be some logs stating that she was aboard this vessel. Perhaps have your security officers go through them to ensure their accuracy.
I would have my security officer go over that. However, he's currently handling another matter at side. Find further evidence of my innocence.
Oh, so he's no longer on board the ship?
That is correct.
She just sighs and just takes a seat. I really hope that was the right call, Captain, but it's a lot of faith. Um, pray doesn't go sideways for that.
Hmm?
Do you have any other personnel that could look at these logs?
I think I might know a guy. And the captain is going to tap on his comm badge and sit around. My ready room, please.
Yes, sir.
Oh, great. Now he's going.
Now, no one on the bridge knows what's going
No one.
Except Keto.
Beautiful.
Kino saw nothing, heard nothing. Leave her alone.
That's exactly what she's trying to do here.
So
Yes, captains.
we're currently looking into the disappearance of Captain Tora Vex. Our best lead at this moment is the ship's logs that indicate that she was on board during the ARC 157.
Mm-hmm.
If we could drum up some leads from that, it could go towards getting us more to complete our investigation.
Would you like me to get on it, sir?
Yes,
I might need some clearance codes.
the captain.
Mine aren't up to snuff, so to speak.
Well, I'd offer you some of mine, but I wouldn't be surprised if those have been stonewalled as well. Captain Pratt?
I'll give you access, Ensign.
Thank you, Captain. Well, do you want me to do it in here or somewhere else?
Presumably not here.
You you can perform it on the bridge, Ensign. Just be discreetful. Sounds like there could be spies at work.
And, Captain, it might be for the best if you oversaw the process.
I haven't been given official command of the Kismet or temporary command of it, Captain. She still is your ship. Um, for my sake, as being a third party in all this, my role should be minimalistic as best. I will give the authorization for Ensign Iran to do the
Agreed.
task.
I'm merely suggesting that you oversee the process and make sure it's all kosher.
Very well. Ensign Iran, I will check on your progress momentarily.
Yes, Captain. He turns to leave.
Computer, give access to Ensign Iran. Authorization Prax Alpha 2277.
Acknowledged. Access granted. And Iran, where do you go? I presume you go to your. Do you go somewhere else to do your investigations?
I mean, tactical would be the least looked upon place.
There seems to be an ensign, security ensign there who's just checking over, doing some diagnostics.
I'll relieve you, Captain's orders. You may take my station.
Oh, of course, sir. Just kind of walks over and sits at your chair and begins doing diagnostics there instead. You actually recognize him as part of the operations security department.
Operations. I
They're
didn't
your-
hear all of it.
He's an operations officer, not a security officer. He's just doing diagnostics. So he's like, "Oh, you want security? Yeah, sure." And he just goes to your station to continue his scans. So you have tactical.
Cool. Since this is
Torpedoes.
the least looked upon place, or I can see all of my comrades, my peers, from here, and I suppose that they won't look that much at me because most of them are facing the other way.
And they all seem occupied with something. Heck, Kino seems really occupied with whatever it is she's doing.
All right, I'll start.
She's taking
stuff.
inventory from here of something stupid like all the replicator parts.
Mm-hmm. So what is your plan, Iran?
Well, they want. If they want to know where Captain Vex is, I think the place to look is her correspondence over her stay at the Kismet, or just before she left, and maybe looking over the personnel files, or the not the personnel files, the counseling sessions, or whatever they were. And if I have a captain's access, then that shouldn't be too hard to come by. Because she was there in JAG businesses, right?
I'm going to call that a reason engineering or medical difficulty 2. Ship assists with computer plus engineering or medicine.
We should pen roll because
Give me a moment. I'm just gonna get my cat.
Acquire cat.
to
We have multiple of them on the ship.
Apparently, my cat speaks English now.
Right back.
what did he say?
Let's see.
Hello?
No, she said, "No, don't get me." She's scratching on the door. She wants to go into the bedroom, but I don't want to wake my roommate. Reason engineering, reverse engineering, or research. I have
Research.
That. Research works. Kitty, please. There's a diff of 2.
Yes.
I'll burn a momentum for an extra die, and I'm gonna roll.
Gain a momentum out of it, thankfully. Yeah, according to the ship's records, you look over the correspondence and all that, and yeah, she never stepped foot on the ship. The last time she was here was when she left that puzzle box, and that was, God, weeks ago, almost a month. And you double check, you look through the computer. Yeah, there was a brief moment where she even stopped in at the counseling office briefly, and yeah, no, that's it. She was no longer on the ship.
Do we have the exact timestamp where she no longer is on the ship?
Yes.
As in, she just disappears.
Yeah. Her last signature was when she was on the transporter pad being beamed off. I believe it was at Starbase 21, off the top of my head.
Okay. And I guess I can't request the logs from Starbase 21 from here.
You
or it
can.
might take a long time.
You can. It'd just be a new rule because you'd have to get them to get authorization to pull the logs up. Well, rather convince them that you need them for a good reason.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll yeah, I'll send a message to my transporter buddy over there.
Presence con difficulty 2, assisted by ship's communications plus con.
Little research, or lead by example, or transporters and replicators.
I'll give you research.
That looks good.
What's your da, da, da. Okay. Gain momentum out of it. Yeah, you get the records from Starbase, and I'm wrong. It's actually Starbase 27 is where you're left. That's my mistake. But yeah, you check with Starbase 27. And there's a slight delay. It takes a couple minutes to kind of wait for it to daisy chain all the way out to them and then come back to you. And they you give them the appropriate authorizations. You tell them you have Captain Prax's bona fides.
Give
Like,
me 2
okay,
seconds. I
Sure.
have to get the cat again.
Sure. And the away team is dead.
Well, damn.
Oh. You go back in time to hear that.
I can verify that to your question, Pent. That would also have been part of a search. She didn't appear on any video logs because he kind of scoured the ship systems in general.
Sorry about that.
Nah, it's cat. Cats are cats.
Okay, you were saying?
Yes. Starbase 27 confirms that they got her and that she embarked on a ship heading to Starbase 21. And I'll save you a bit of time there. Starbase 21 acknowledges they got her. Like, Starfleet knows where she is. And the further you're able to dig into it, they know where she is right up until she's the battle at Arc 157. At the end of it, she's supposed to go to the Kismet. According to every other ship, or every other starbase, I should say, that's where she went. But as far as the Kismet's concerned, she never stepped foot on board the ship.
Is there any information as to arrive at the Kismet?
Last place that they knew where she was on the USS Rosin. That was her assignment during the battle. And that's where she was supposed to beam off of to meet the Kismet. Although, because you guys were busy beaming injured, she took a shuttle over. As far as the Rosin's concerned.
Information on that shuttle.
What would they have seen?
Could I get in contact with the USS Rossen?
Sure.
Would it be an ESD following the battle?
I beg your pardon?
Where is the Rosin? Here at ESD?
No, it's at Starbase 21 right now. It's one of the few ships that was reassigned to maintain the order in the operating area. USS Kismet, this is the USS Rosin. How can I help you?
My name is Ensign Oran. I have been tasked to locate a a mutual acquaintance of ours, Captain Vex.
Oh, yes.
I wonder if you still have her.
No, she's not aboard. Hasn't been since the battle. 15 days ago now.
Yeah, that's the information I've gotten too. Do you have the transport logs or in some?
Shuttle. It would be shuttle.
Yeah, shuttle logs.
Oh, that's
Is it-
funny.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kismet, she didn't. I don't see her having taken a shuttle. She's scheduled to have one, but we still have it aboard. We were looking at, or actually planning to recover it from you, but according to my logs, we still have it. It's still here.
Yeah.
Checking transporter logs. Maybe she beamed over.
Yeah, I can tell you that she didn't beam over to us, at least.
Oh,
Or rather, give me a second. Ensign, mute call.
muted.
Computer, locate Captain Vex.
Captain Vex is not aboard the Kismet.
Well, that's what I. Yeah. Resume sound. Resume
Channel
audio.
open.
Yeah, I had a quick recheck. She isn't on our ship either.
Oh,
So how's those transport logs coming?
yeah, I don't see her having transported off either. She should be still on the ship, according to my readings. I even have the chief of security here. We're trying to figure out where she went. Look, Kismet, we're gonna have a meeting about this. Apparently, we'll get back to you.
Post haste, please.
Understood.
Kismet
Listen
out.
out.
Send a subspace message to Rosen and ask for the logs, please.
Yeah, you're able to get access to the logs after spending a couple of moments.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Thanks, Prax.
I'm sure that's the kind of thing that now can situation more than hand
Yeah,
over.
you fire up a quick message and go, "Hey, send me a copy." It's like, "Oh, sure." And the guy very quickly fires off the logs that he just pulled up. He already had the file, so it's just a matter of just sending them.
Anything interesting? Or just she should be here, but we don't know.
Actually, according to their logs, yeah, she boarded Shuttle 5 of the Rosin. It approached the Kismet and then diverted course and boarded a Defiant class ship.
Mother. Do I have the names of the ships that I was transported on? Or the ship I was transported on?
Give me Insight plus Con difficulty 2.
Research or reverse engineering?
I'll give you research at increased complication. Ship can help with computers plus con. Now that I think of it.
You know what? No focus.
You can't remember the name off the top of your head, but you know it when you saw it.
I'm gonna pull up the visual index of the ships in the fleet.
Mm-hmm.
And scroll down to Defiant class, the captain's codes, and gain image. That's good. That's very good. That's the one I was transported in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the question is, do I ask Starfleet Intelligence, or do I go another route? I'm gonna report my findings to the captains and ask about their thoughts. Captains, I hate to interrupt.
You're fine. What have you found?
By my findings, she might be aboard her ship, the Intel 1, Defiant class.
And that explains why she's missing.
Yes, because Defiant class, or this one, most likely won't have to report their movements too much,
So
except for
Starfleet, it would be protocol, if I'm not mistaken, for Starfleet intelligence to show their officers not as missing, but there's some would be redacted if they're on a classified assignment.
she reports to special operations with that vessel. So
Indeed. Not to mention, if someone were trying to Vex's appearance, fudging fleet reports, hell of a way to do it.
Even so, it's still peculiar. In either case, your findings show that Captain Vex was never aboard the Kismet. Um, I'll take these logs, Ensign, and I will hand them over personally to the
No,
Jack
Penn's not sleeping, he's just
and the
unconscious.
ESC.
Understood. How should I go about getting in touch again? Should I find, shall we say, concrete, as my other team is in the process of working?
And the camera's off because I'm relaxing.
Sorry, you're trying to get in. Who you wanted to get in touch with?
You.
Oh.
You said that you're going to deliver this. How should I go about getting?
Shouldn't be an issue. Just contact ESD. They'll should be able to forward it to myself.
Very good.
Ensign, good work.
thank you, Captain. Might I be so bold as to? No, never mind. I'm sure you will put my name into the report if there is one.
Oh, and Captain, on your way out, and he looks up at Iran. Sorry about this. Would you please remove Iran's security clearance?
Of course.
He just nods.
Computer, resume normal security clearance for Ensign Aram.
Acknowledged. Resetted access codes to standard procedure for Ensign Iran.
If that's all, I'll resume my post at Tactical currently.
Of course. as long as your commanding officer has no objection to that.
Ron presumably is able to head back to his station.
Right.
Well, Captain, I'll be heading back to Space Dock. Hopefully, next time we meet, it won't be under certain circumstances.
Hmm.
Hopefully, this will help you out. Good luck. She extends
That's
her
something
hand.
the captain shakes it as well, and he says, "Well, luck is something Kismet seems to have in spades."
Oh, trust me about it. I'm looking forward to a long shore leave. I have walked the path of near-death situations, and I'm praying my luck still holds out as well.
Well, if after this ordeal is over and I actually get some shore leave of my own, we can talk about it. Time.
Perhaps I was looking to maybe go back to Paris for a little bit, but I'm thinking maybe a small villa in the Mediterranean might be nice at this point in time. Sort of what could find me,
Here, Sicily's beautiful. This
of course. Cheer up, Captain. I'm sure your day might get brighter. She kind of shakes the pad.
captain gives winning smile. Waves her out.
She just kind of nods and heads to the transporter room.
Prettiest uninvolved third person. And
And that will be the end of part 1 of For Most Conspicuous Bravery.